If you guys can see me, can you put a comment in the comment section? Okay, thank you, Nicole. How are you doing? Happy Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to do all signs Aries through Pisces. I will put the timestamps down below for those that come in after the live has already started. All right, let's start with Aries first. Aries, the person on your mind. What is their feelings? What is their intentions? What is their next action? All right, Aries. Person's feelings is the Queen of Swords. Their intentions is the Three of Swords. Their actions is the King of Pentacles. Hidden at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. You could be married to this person. They could be in a relationship with someone else. It looks like this person is very critical over the situation right now. So let's find out why they're critical over this situation. Why is Aries person analyzing the situation? This could be a third-party situation, Aries. Why is the Queen of Swords in their feelings? They may have put boundaries in place also. Okay, so this person strongly put up a mask. They did not want you to know that there is a third party. They're either married to this person or they're involved. Maybe they're living with this person, but there is definitely a third party that they have tried to hide from you because this Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Their intentions is the Three of Swords. So they intended to put you in a third party. They intended to intentionally give you hurt and disappointment. So why is the Three of Swords here for their intentions towards Aries? Why is this person disappointing and hurting Aries? Okay, so this person they're very deceptive. They wear a lot of masks. And they are somebody who will apologize and they will come back, then they're going to apologize and then they come back. So this is something this person's done quite a bit. Their actions is the King of Pentacles. So they're focusing on their career right now. They're focusing on their finances. If they're married, they're keeping their options open. If you have not talked to this person, Aries, they're not wanting to open up. They're going to try or attempt to work on the relationship with whoever this other person is. Yeah, we have the Devil at the bottom of the deck also. So this is a pattern that this person has done multiple times. So let's get you some advice. What is going to be the best piece of advice for those with Aries placements that is going through this with this person? What's going to be their best piece of advice? Okay, we got the Seven of Cups. So keep your options open. If you were holding out, waiting for this person, focus on not keeping your options just to this one particular person, but keep your options open. All right, let's move on to Taurus. You want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Taurus, the person on your mind. What's going on with Taurus's person? Their feelings is the Three of Wands. There could be physical distance here. This person could be feeling like they're waiting to take action. Their intentions is the Eight of Wands. So if there is physical distance, they do intend to travel to come see you. Or if there's no communication, they do intend to open up communication. What's their actions going to be, Taurus? The Six of Swords. So they definitely do want to get to a better place with the two of you, especially if there has been distance. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. So you could be dealing with an air sign or a fire sign. Sorry. All right, so let's clarify. Your person's in the Three of Wands with their feelings. So they do feel like they need to think before they come towards you. There could be something that this person is wanting to tell you that they haven't told you. Why is the Three of Wands in their feelings for Taurus? Okay, so there is an emotional blockage here. And this person may be strongly tried to hold back, not telling you that because of their pride got the best of them. But it does look like their intentions is they are going to finally open up. So it looks like they're moving their pride to the side. They're going to have communication with you. Clarify the 8 of Wands. Why is this here? Okay, because they want to start over. They want to have a fresh start with you. They don't want to fake it anymore. They were faking by not giving you any feelings or emotions. They were blocking it out. They don't want to do that no more. Their intentions is to get to a better place with you with that 6 of Swords. Clarify the 6 of Swords for their actions. So if there's physical distance, they could be coming to see you. Okay, so it looks like this person wants to make whatever changes they need to make necessary. So if they were really complacent with blocking out their feelings and emotions, they're going to change up and do things different. What you don't see at the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. So they are coming in very confident, but they're also coming in towards you very lustful and desiring. And we have the 3 of Cups. So they may try to put you in the friend zone. If you were in a relationship, they may say, well, let's just be friends and see how it goes. So, all right, let's get some advice for Taurus. What's going to be the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for Taurus placements? Okay. Well, with the 9 of Wands and the Star, you may need to focus on your healing, especially if you don't trust this person. If this person has done this repeatedly to you, you may need to pour into yourself right now. All right, Gemini. All right, Gemini. Person on your mind. What are their feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions? Gemini placements. Gemini's person. Their feelings is the 5 of Cups. Their intentions is the 8 of Pentacles. Their actions is the Queen of Swords. What you don't see hidden at the bottom of the deck is the Hermit. So you could be dealing with the Virgo, air sign, earth sign, or water sign. This person feels hurt or disappointed over something that has transpired between the two of you. There's a sadness this person is feeling. They're focused more on the loss than not really the good stuff. They're focused more on the bad. Why is the 5 of Cups here on how they feel about Gemini? Why is the 5 of Cups here? Okay, they're hiding their true feelings that they really just can't provide for you like they should be able to at this point. Their intentions is they're getting to work. They're getting busy. They're maybe trying to join an apprentice program, learn a new skill set, maybe start a new job. They're trying to build up maybe their finances or their status. Why is the 8 of Pentacles here for their intentions? Okay, so it looks like they're trying to manifest more stability and security in their life. Their actions is they maybe have turned their back on you or they've put boundaries in place where they're not as open and receptive as they once were. Why is the Queen of Swords here for their actions? Why is the Queen of Swords here? Okay, so yeah, they're definitely trying to do something brand new and they're turning their back on you because they really can't provide for you the way that maybe you want or you desire. But what you don't see hidden at the bottom of the deck is the Hermit. So something's been illuminated to this person that they need to grow and evolve as an individual. And it looks like once they do, they will come in with communication, but it may not be for quite some time. All right, let's get some advice for Gemini. All right, what is going to be the best piece of advice? What is the guidance? This popped out before I was even done shuffling. You may have to just let this go. You may have to sacrifice any more time or efforts that you're putting into it. If you've been thinking about it quite a bit, waiting for this person to shift or change, doesn't look like they're going to, at least in the current placement. So you may have to no longer sacrifice any more time when it comes to this person at this time. All right, Cancer. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Cancer. The person on your mind. What's going on with their feelings, intentions, next actions? Cancer. Cancer's person on their mind. Their feelings is the Wheel of Fortune. Their intentions is the Queen of Cups. Their actions is the Five of Swords. Hidden at the bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. Could be dealing with an air sign, water sign. So your person is feeling the Wheel of Fortune. So something has shifted or changed where they feel like this is the turning point in the situation, that something has to change or something has changed and they're needing to move forward. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? They do have a lot of deep regrets over choices and decisions they've made. They were playing hard to get, and now they're realizing that they miss you and they're regretful over that. Their intentions is the Queen of Cups. So they're thinking about their feelings and emotions. They may also be intending to have a little compassion, because I do see that Five of Swords as their action. So I see a conversation maybe coming in here. Why is the Queen of Cups here for their intentions? Okay, so this person doesn't want you to date other people, so they are going to come towards you and have this conversation. Now, their actions is the Five of Swords, so they may want to fight and justify as to why they've played hard to get. Why is the Five of Swords here? Yeah, they are, if you're in space with this person, they're getting ready to text you, and they're going to tell you that they don't want to fight, but there's communication issues with the two of you. Bottom of the deck, what you don't see is the Three of Swords. So there is some hurt and disappointment that your person has below the surface that maybe they haven't told you, they've kind of blocked. And we also have the Five of Cups. So something happened in the past between the two of you. They're still holding on to it, and that's why they've not been able to open up. Why is that Three of Swords being hidden? Why are they not opening up and telling Cancer about this? Why is this here? They need more time to figure out how to talk to you about it. It's almost like they don't want to put their pride and ego to the side to be able to be honest with you as to why this is still hurting them. So something happened in the past that they're still kind of lugging around, and they haven't been able to release it. All right, well, let's get you some advice. What is the best piece of advice for Cancer placements? What do they need to know? What's their advice? You might feel like you're at a loss right now. You may have to abandon what this person wants and really focus on what do you wish and desire? What's going to actually ultimately make you happy, and figure out what that's going to be for the long term. So I think you need to know that before this person does return, whether it's with this person or not with them. You have free will to make that choice. All right, Leo. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Leo. Hi, everybody in the chat. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. I have the ticker thing on my screen. So when I get done, if I have time, I will try to do some free ask a question, get an answers. But let me get through all the signs first. If you guys could like and comment, I would appreciate it. All right, Leo, the person on your mind. Leo placements. Person on Leo's mind. Leo. Their feelings is the Ten of Cups. Their intentions is the Six of Wands. Their actions is the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, 10-10, Leo. That's amazing. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords is what's being hidden. So your person's in the Ten of Cups energy. So they see you as their happily ever after. They see you as somebody that makes them satisfied and content. You are the person that they want to wake up next to. You're the person they want to go to bed to at night. Why is the Ten of Cups on how Leo's person is feeling about them? They want you and only you. They've made the decision. They don't care if there's distance, if there's emotional distance, financial distance, physical distance. They've decided they want you. Their intentions is the Six of Wands. So they do recognize that they want to come towards, and they want to have victory and success. They want recognition here. Why is the Six of Wands here? They're leading towards you with long term. Okay, so if you're not in contact with this person right now, they're about to reveal themselves to you. They could be tempted to just show up at your house, your home, maybe your business, if you own a business, wherever you work. They are this mystery, it looks like right now, but they're about to reveal that you are their destiny, that they want to, or they're recognizing you're their destiny. Their actions is the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks like this is somebody who's in it for the long term. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? They're wanting to survive whatever the two of you are going through. They're in survival mode. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here for Leo's person? Okay. They have been avoiding a conversation in the past, but they're no longer wanting to do that. They're tempted to come towards you. Now, we do have the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So they're a little bit obsessed, caught up in their head, followed by the King of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign or an air sign. This person is obsessed because they love you. There is a lot of love and passion here. Why is the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck? What are they obsessively thinking about? What is this that they are obsessing about? How to move forward. Okay. This person wants to grow closer. Legality of the connection or the relationship, whatever that means for you. This person is trying to figure out how to move the needle so that the two of you can recognize and overcome whatever obstacles you're going through. All right. Well, let's get some advice for Leo. All right. What is the best piece of advice? What is the guidance? Hello, everybody in the chat. I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm going to wait till I'm done. And then if I have some time, I will do some ask a question, give an answer for free. So stick around. Okay. All right. What's the advice for Leo placements in this situation? What is the best piece of advice? Leo, you could be seeing 10-10. What is the best piece of advice? The Knight of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. You might be going back and forth about this person. We've got this at the bottom of the deck. Your best piece of advice is maybe be very, very practical. Analyze what is it that you want. Do you just want to be friends with this person? Because it does look like you maybe are kind of turning your back on this person, or maybe turning your back on the idea of anything less than maybe higher level. It does look like you're waiting to see what's going to happen here. So your best piece of advice is to decide what you want first. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Virgo, the person on your mind, what is their feelings? What is their intentions? What is their next actions? Virgo. All right, Virgos. Their feelings, the Ace of Wands. Their intentions, the 5 of Wands. Their actions is the Temperance, which you don't see hidden. At the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Swords. So your person is feeling the Ace of Wands. So they're feeling a sense of passion and desire. They could be wanting to maybe even sleep with you. They could be feeling like lustful. Why is the Ace of Wands here for Virgo's person? Why is the Ace of Wands here? Okay, they want to overcome whatever obstacle and challenge the two of you had. They can't take back what they said, and they want you to move in. Okay, their intentions is the 5 of Wands. So there's they're intending to maybe allow competition here. Why is the 5 of Wands here for their intentions? Why is this here? Okay, so addictions could be an issue. Unhealed wounds could also be an issue. And love bombing could be an issue. And this person wants to be happier, but they may feel like their intentions is to understand, is there other people? Is there competition? All right. Their actions is the Temperance. So they're patiently waiting to see if things are going to be healed in the connection. Why is Temperance here for their actions? I'm seeing like a bobber in like the water. They're just kind of floating, waiting to see. Why is Temperance here for their actions for Virgo? Why is Temperance here? Okay, so this person is meditating on answers. They're living with regrets. They want to have a conversation, but they're waiting to see if this is going to work in their favor. They're maybe trying to get answers from meditation to decide what to do next. We do see at the bottom of the deck the 2 of Swords. So your person's just kind of still uncertain or unsure of what they really desire. Why is that here? Okay, so they don't know if they want to communicate or make any future plans with you. They could feel like you are immature. Okay. All right, well, Virgo, let's get you some advice. What is the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for Virgo placement? What's the advice for Virgo? Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups. I think you need to really focus on what makes you happy. Is this connection going to make you happy, or does it come with too much hurt, too much disappointment, too much stress and anxiety? I think you need to figure out what you truly wish and desire when it comes to the situation. Because if you're just wanting to sleep with this person, they're willing to do that, but they may not be wanting anything more than that. So I think you really have to analyze what's going to make you happy at the end of the day. All right, let's move on to Libra. All right, Libra. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. Hello, everybody who came into the chat. I'm not looking at the chat right now. When I get done, if I have some time, I'll do ask a question, get an answer. But for right now, I'm not looking at the chat, so I can get through these. All right, Libra. What the person on your mind, what is their feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions? Libra. The person's feelings, intentions, next actions. Their feelings is the Three of Cups. Their intentions is the Judgment. Their actions is the King of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this person's intending to keep you in the friend zone. They're intending to maybe spend time with you, going out, having drinks, celebrations, partying, hanging out together with them and with other people. Why is the Three of Cups in this person's energy for their feelings towards Libra? Okay, so this person likes to play a lot of games, and they doubt that you're somebody that they would see in a relationship. Now, their intentions is the Judgment. So they're trying to make truths, or they're trying to tell themselves what the truth is, that they know that they're probably going to regret. If they are somebody who kind of led you on a little bit or continues to lead you on, they are going to regret that, because their actions is the King of Wands. So they are coming towards you in a more lustful energy. Plus, at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. So they're secretly not telling you that they're more into it with a friends with benefits type situation. Why are they in the King of Wands for their actions? Okay, so they're surrendering to the idea of sleeping with you, but they're not willing to surrender to the idea of having a relationship with you. Why are they not stepping up? Okay, they don't want the added pressure, the burden, the responsibility. They feel like it's too much work, whether it's you or it's just a relationship in general. This person does not want that. They're just looking for friends with benefits. So if you're looking for a relationship, I don't see that this person is coming towards you in that energy. So it's based on what you're looking for. All right, let's get you some advice, Libra. When it comes to this situation, what is going to be the best piece of advice? What is going to be the guidance? If you want a relationship, you may have to push this person away and not go down that road with them, not sleep with them. Yeah, you have free will to make that choice and decision. But just know that if you have feelings and emotions beyond sleeping with this person, they're not mirroring that same energy. And you may have to just transition away and release the expectation that you can have that with them. Yeah, look, we got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Okay, well, let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Scorpio. Person on your mind. What is their feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions or moves, Scorpio? Scorpio. Their feelings is the Five of Cups. Their intentions is the Eight of Cups. Their actions is the King of Pentacles. What's hidden at the bottom of the deck is the Chariot. All right, so they're feeling hurt and disappointed over something that has transpired between the two of you. Why are they feeling hurt and disappointed? Why is Scorpio's person on their mind feeling hurt and disappointed? You gave up on them? Did you break up with them? Did you distance yourself from them? They feel like they want to send you a message, but they're fearful because you ended things with them. Their intentions is they're being forced to walk away, to go into the wild, to go into the unknown territory of they don't know what's next. They feel like it's not fair. You didn't give them closure, and they're conflicted because they want to be in their masculine energy, but they're in their feelings. So they're in their feminine energy. Their actions is the King of Pentacles. So they're maybe going to just put their head down, start grinding, start working really hard, focusing on their money. Why is the King of Pentacles this person's actions when it comes to Scorpio? Why is the King of Pentacles here? Their pride. You know, they want to open up their heart. They wish you would open up your heart to love them, but they know that's probably not going to happen. They feel like maybe your pride is getting the best of you. And I'm going to show you the card and I'm going to let you read it. This is what their actions, they're hoping is towards you. All right. Well, their actions or what's hidden at the bottom of the deck is the Chariot, followed by the Death card. So they have no choice. Maybe you are the one who ended things with them, and they're forced to go into the unknown to maintain control and willingly or unwillingly move along. Why is the Chariot here? Well, it looks like they're accepting that there's no future, especially if you're the one who broke up with them, and they're not wanting to be vulnerable. They do have emotions for you. They're very hurt and disappointed if you are the one who broke up with them and then you left them. They are feeling very disappointed over that, and they just don't feel like it's fair. Maybe you didn't give them closure, and they don't feel like that's fair. All right. Let's get some advice for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, what's going to be the best piece of advice? What's going to be the guidance for you at this time? Scorpio. I'm hearing they did it to me first. So maybe they already did it to you and now you did it back to them. Oh, yeah. You might be standing in your power. You're being a little stubborn. You're and the devil. Okay, so well, your advice is to do as you choose to do. You have free will. I'll leave it at that. All right, Sagittarius. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. I'm not looking at the chat right now, but welcome in anybody who's joined. When I get done with all signs, I am on Sagittarius. We're going to go all the way through Pisces. If we got some time, we'll do some free ask a question, get an answer, so stick around. But if you guys could please like and comment, I would appreciate it. All right, Sagittarius, the person on your mind, what's their feelings, intentions, and next actions? All right, Sagittarius. What is their feelings, intentions, next actions? One more. Okay. Their feelings is the Seven of Swords. Their intentions is the Page of Pentacles. Their actions is the High Priestess. Hidden at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. Okay, so your person is feeling like there's some dishonesty. There's some deception here. They either feel like they're hiding something from you or you're hiding a secret from them. So why is the Seven of Swords how Sagittarius' person is feeling? The person on their mind. Why are they in the Seven of Swords energy? Why is the Seven of Swords here? They feel like you're giving them the cold shoulder. You're not as available as you once were. And they're trying to lurk or gain information about you. So if you used to talk to them all the time, you kind of pull back. Oh, let me change ticker. Sorry, Sagittarius. If you pull back from them, they feel like you're keeping something from them. So they're trying to obtain information. Their intentions is the Page of Pentacles. So they are going to reach out to you. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? You have been distant with this person. They're not giving in. They feel like you are trying to put them in the friend zone. You're strategizing and you've left things stuck by pulling back and giving them the cold shoulder. Well, they're going to reach out. So their actions is they're going to use their intuition as their compass when they reach out to you. Why is the High Priestess here? Okay. So they're going to use their intuition to figure out and uncover when they talk to you, is this actually over, or do you two have unfinished business or not? They don't want anyone else. They want you, but they are feeling like because you've pulled back that maybe you want somebody else, but they're not sure. They're trying to figure this out. What's hidden at the bottom of the deck is the 10 of Cups, followed by the Death card, followed by the 2 of Pentacles. So they are looking at the situation below the surface, trying to figure out, is Sagittarius going to be my happily ever after, or have they secretly ended it and they're juggling me, or is there another person? Is there a third party? Why is that 10 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck? They want emotional happiness. They want contentment in the situation. They don't want to give up on the 2 of you. They maybe said that to you, that they want this for the long term. They don't want to give up on the 2 of you, but they're trying to figure out, when they reach out, they're going to use their intuition to figure out if you're lying to them or not, if there is somebody else. They suspect there's somebody else. Okay. Well, let's get some advice for Sagittarius. What is going to be the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for those with Sagittarius placements? What's the advice for Sagittarius? Hold back. If you, we've got the 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck too. If you don't want this person and you're done with the opportunity, then don't try to feed the beast of giving into a fight or an argument. You can give closure and then move on. All right, let's move on to Capricorn. Move this here. All right, Capricorn. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Capricorn. Person on your mind. What is their feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions? All right, Capricorn. Person on Capricorn's mind. Their feelings is the Knight of Cups. Their intentions is the 8 of Wands. Their actions is the Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of the deck is the 3 of Swords. They're feeling the Knight of Cups. So I'm kind of feeling like a little love bomby energy coming on here. Like they're coming towards you to give you all of the nice words that they like to speak that you may want to hear. Why is the Knight of Cups here? They're going to pretend when they come back. This is somebody who puts you in the dark. They're coming to light, but they're coming back pretending, okay? They're coming in. Their intentions is to communicate, or they're going to come physically see you. What is the 8 of Wands here for? For their intentions. What's their intentions with the 8 of Wands? It's coming in quick, too. Where's the 8 of Wands here? They have moved on, but they don't want to tell you that. They're not going to speak up and tell you because they don't want the drama, okay? So they're going to pretend like they haven't moved on. Their actions is the Wheel of Fortune. So something has shifted and changed. There's a turning point here. Why is the Wheel of Fortune for their actions? They don't want to stand in the shadow of you. Are you really successful and you're at the top of your game on everything? They feel like they're in the shadows of you and they don't want to be in the shadows anymore. So this is the turning point. So they've went towards somebody else that makes them look brighter. So they don't want to be in your shadows. Maybe you're more successful. Maybe you're more attractive. Maybe you have more going for yourself. And they're going to come in to stroke your ego, but they're not telling you that they've already moved on to another person that inflates their ego. Because look at this. We've got the 3 of Swords here. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. So clearly there's third party, but they don't want you to know about this. Why is the 3 of Swords here? Why is the 3 of Swords here? Yeah, they're going to play some mind games with you. You know, this is a phase that they're going through. We're in Mercury retrograde. So this person, if you haven't talked to them in a while, they're going to come back. They're going to say a lot of nice things because they like the attention you give them. However, they're not going to give you any emotional fulfillment. They're going to say things that they're going to pretend the things they say. Like they may say, oh, I love you, or I want to spend my life with you. Things that you may want to hear, but they're going to be pretending because they already have somebody else. And you may be feeling this when they do return. Okay. All All right, let's get you some advice. Should be dealing with a water sign or a fire or an air sign. What is going to be the advice for Capricorn at this time? Going through this, what is the best piece of advice? Jump ship, I just heard. There could be an opportunity when they come back, but it's only going to be a conversation. What's the best piece of advice? See the truth for what it is. There was an imbalance at some point, Capricorn. Realize that this person is just obsessed with attention and maybe don't feed into it. All right. Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Aquarius, the person on your mind. What is their feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions, Aquarius? Aquarius. Their feelings, the Six of Swords. Their intentions is the Fool. Their actions is the Six of Cups. Could be seeing a lot of sixes. Hidden at the bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. So they're feeling like they should just move away from this, that maybe time has run out and it's time to move on or move into a different direction. They may be doing this secretly. They maybe haven't told you this. Yeah, this could be somebody that if they chased you a lot and they spent a lot of money on you, they may feel like you just use them for money. Their intentions is the Fool, so they're planning to take a leap of faith in a different direction. Why are they wanting to go in a different direction? Why is this their intentions? They feel like you're refusing to change and it just can't work because they're not wanting to spend any more money. Their actions is they are nostalgic about you. They do think about the memories the two of you did share. Why is the Six of Cups here in their actions? They're very cautious. They may even know that the two of you are platonic soulmates because we do have that Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Star. So they may know that there is a soul tie here, but they feel like every time the two of you go out for drinks, they have to pay for everything. Every time you go shopping, they have to pay for everything. You go to the movies, they have to pay for everything. So they feel like it's a one-sided soul tie or soul connection. And they have promised themselves that they don't want to go back and forth anymore. So it could be like, you know, if you guys always go and do stuff that you always say, oh, I forgot my wallet or, oh, I forgot my purse. And they don't like that. They feel like you're using them for money. All right. Well, let's get some advice, Aquarius. What's the best piece of advice? What is the guidance at this time? Aquarius. Hold back. If you just don't feel like you can give to this and this Tower moment's happened, you know you have every right to hold back, and maybe you need to hold true to what you truly feel. All right, Pisces, 3939. You want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Pisces, the person on your mind. What are their feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions? Pisces. All right, Pisces. Their feelings is the Strength card. You could be dealing with the Leo. Their intentions is the Ten of Swords. Their actions is the Nine of Swords. They're really caught up in their head. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. So you could be dealing with an air sign or a Leo. We also got the Devil at the bottom of the deck. So right now, this person feels like they have to maintain control with the Strength card. They have to use all their will, all their might, and to hold back any fears or insecurities they might be feeling about the situation. They have strong placement about their feelings. Why are they in the Strength card? Why are they trying to be so strong at this time? Because they were very loyal and dedicated to the two of you, and they feel like you were maybe a little bit possessive or controlling over what you expected from them. Their intentions is the Ten of Swords. So they're accepting defeat. They're accepting that maybe this is the rock bottom, that this is the end of the road when it comes to the connection. Why is the Ten of Swords here for Pisces person? Why is the Ten of Swords here? They're suffering in silence. They feel like something you said or something you did really crossed the line with them, and they don't want to go back from it. Their actions is the Nine of Swords. They're really, having insomnia. They really are stressed out over what happened. They can't believe it ended up this way because they were very loyal and dedicated to the connection. They were trying to make you happy, and whatever happened in the connection, they feel like it kept happening, and there was just the final straw that broke the camel's back. Now, what you don't see is that Page of Swords. So they are watching you. They're observing you. They're still kind of obsessed with you and curious about you. So if you do post on social media, they might be looking at your social media. If they have pictures on their phone, they might be looking at your pictures. Why is the Page of Swords here for Pisces person? They're still curious about you. Why is the Page of Swords here? They're trying to quiet their mind by looking at you during separation. They think about sending you a text message, but they just feel like they can't. The reason why they want to send you a text message is because they're suffering in silence and they're still loyal and dedicated, but they're trying to be more dedicated to themselves than to you. All right. Well, let's get some advice for Pisces. All right. What's the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for Pisces placements at this time? If you're hurt and disappointed in separation also, you may need to come in and have the conversation. You may have to initiate this conversation with this person. Yeah, you might be going back and forth, back and forth. Do whatever makes you at peace. So if leaving it as it is and not going back to this person and talking to them, then leave it. But if moving towards this person and having a conversation after this loss, after this abandonment, you can maintain control in the conversation. Willingly, you can look at things from both perspectives and get to a better place if that's what you choose to do. All right. Let's do some free ask a question, get an answers. Let me go to the chat. Yep, I've already done all of them. I will put the timestamps after the live. All right, so let's see here. Let me scroll back up. Give me 1 second here. All right, Keisha. I'm not sure how to say that. All right, let me see here. When will reunion happen with Aquarius for you? I see there will be an opportunity probably around Aries season. All right. Let's see. Timothy, I'm a Sagittarius and she's an Aquarius. We are going through a very difficult time. All right, let's see, Timothy. You've invested a lot in this situation, Timothy. I see that she's spending more time with her friends. She's more focused on connecting with other people, having good times. And what you don't see is she is secretly trying to let go or trying to look at things from a different perspective. So for you, your best piece of advice is, where do you want to be? Right now, you might feel like you're in a holding pattern or holding pin of trying to see what it is that you want and desire with her. But I would say, be very clear with what do you want. Taking your person out of the equation, you always have to take it back to yourself and say, you know what? What's going to make me happy? And don't lie to yourself and say, oh, well, getting her back is going to make me happy. Yes, it might. But right now we have to focus on what's going to make you happy. So I think don't lie to yourself in waiting for her to return to give you the happiness. I tell clients all the time, happiness has to be owned by you 100%, Timothy. When you own it 100%, then you can pour into yourself. It's like a bank account. If you allow someone else to have the ownership of your happiness, then you can realize that you're dependent on them to pour into you, to make you feel safe and make you feel secure. And you might be denying yourself the truth, and that creates an imbalance in a relationship. And what they can do is they can take from you. They can deplete you. They can completely bankrupt you. So you want to make sure you own your own happiness 100% independent by yourself. And it's only if and when you get into a relationship that's a bonus happiness. It's in addition to how you already feel as an individual. So I would say focus on, during this difficult time, focus on what did you used to do that made you happy before that connection? And what do you want to do now? Are there hobbies? Are there interests? Are the things that you've always wanted to do to make yourself feel good? I would go do that. All right, let's see. Amy, anything for Pisces? I already did Pisces. Hello, Nadia. Bridget, hello, beautiful. I'm Scorpio. I just had a birthday last Friday. My son passed 2 days. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bridget. I'm so sorry. Hugs to you. That's not good. Patrick, do you know if I will find love? Let's see, Patrick. You know, you got a move coming up in the future, Patrick, but you are kind of restricting yourself from making that move, that transition. I do see if you do make a move, if you get an opportunity sometime around the spring or summertime, you should take that opportunity because it's going to lead you to a lot of happiness when it comes to love. Candace, I listen all the time, been right lately. Oh, thanks, Candace. Can I have a love card, please? All right, Bay, can you have a love card? Bay's love card. Let's see here. Well, you might be sitting on the sideline observing. Maybe you keep regurgitating people from the past. Maybe you're kind of going through your phone, recycling or re-looking at people from the past social media. I think you need to open up your options. I think you need to maybe have potential for newer options, maybe wiping the slate clean and starting with a fresh set of people in your energy. Let's see. Hi, Brenda. My Bex is a Sagittarius. What's a Bex? I think you meant your ex. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Hina. Hi, Madam. My partner, Dennis. Current feelings for him, please. Okay. What is Hina's partner's current feelings? You know what? He's telling you he's happy, but he's not happy. There's something going on with him that if you want to do a personal reading, we can do an in-depth reading, but just a quick card pull. He's not sure about his future. He's really, really obsessed, caught up in his head. You may be feeling the energy difference. Maybe he's pulled back a little bit. There's a little bit of resistance. He's not sure about what his future holds when it comes to the connection, and that is creating some insecurity for him. Yes, we already did Libra, Carolyn. Hi, Roxanne. That's my mom's name, Roxanne. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Samira. My husband has given me a divorce, as my mother-in-law told my husband to give. Want to know, will my husband reconcile and come back? Okay, Samira. I do see the 10 of Pentacles. So yes, I do see that there is family on his mind. So he may be potentially wanting to come back. But there's something about taking accountability, either for you or for him. There was a lot of pressure before the break that does need to be addressed in order for him to return. Hi, Sindel. Yes, Aries, you can scroll back up. After the live, I will put the timestamps down below. Did I miss Taurus? Yes. Okay, let's see. Bay, I already did yours. Claire, what is your twin flame's energy? Your twin flame is in a connection, maybe even a long-term connection with someone else that they keep telling themselves they're going to stay with forever, but they're actually lying to themselves. Yeah, we've got the 7 of Swords still coming out. They're not being honest with who they're with, that they want to be there. Amy, will Danny and me talk again? He's an Aries. You know, he thinks about the investment that the two of you had, and he secretly does still have feelings for you. Will you talk again? Yes, I do see he will want to try to resolve it, but he's taking his time before he attempts to return to have a conversation. Let's see, Nicole, any messages for you regarding your love life? Nicole, any love messages? Don't be so stubborn and rigid. If you are somebody who is putting way too many restrictions on your expectation, maybe loosen up a little bit. You know, kind of be a little bit more easy, a little bit more, not easy in the sense of when it comes to the expectations. You know, sometimes people have like a big laundry list. They have to be this tall. They have to have this color hair. They have to have this job and yada, yada, yada. Just go with the flow. If it's right, it's right. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Don't be too restrictive when it comes to being open and receptive, because sometimes what happens is we least expect the person we end up with is not the person we would physically or financially or personality wise be the person we think we're going to end up with. So you got to be a little more open. All right, Claire. All right, Claire, let's get you a love card. All right, what's the love card for Claire? Ooh. Okay, so we got the Queen of Swords, but we also have the Knight of Wands. So are you cutting people off too quick, too soon because you feel like they get too excited to talk to you or communicate? I would maybe tread a little bit lightly with that, because you could be restricting your access to somebody who might actually have potential. And there is somebody in your energy that is watching you. There's somebody who is interested in you. So You might be feeling that. Let's see here. Michelle, hi. Will my ex try coming back? Michelle, will your ex try coming back? You know, your ex is thinking about the investment, but he feels like it's over. He feels a sense of defeat when it comes to the two of you. Amanda, will your ex come back? I'm hearing that song. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. So yeah, you know, he's a little codependent. Maybe you already know that. Maybe you don't. But I do see that he is wanting to return. There is going to be justice served after this ending. All right, Marta, Taurus, will my person come back? Marta, your person has a lot of anxiety. They may have some mental things going on. They have maybe a lot on their plate. They're trying to be strong, but I think for right now, they're not really wanting to face the fears of coming back and dealing with the mental anguish that is attached to the situation at this time. All right, Maria, is there a card for me going forward? All right, Maria. You need to get really, really strict with what are you learning in your current experience. You maybe are going through something, and it could even be like a dry spell. Maybe you're just not meeting people. There's a lesson that you're supposed to be mastering right now at this point in your love life. And so you're needing to understand what that lesson is and why you're going through it. So ask yourself, why am I experiencing this and what am I learning from it? That is what your card is when it comes to love. Marguerite, we're both Aries. Are we getting back together? You know, your person's a little bit confused. They feel like maybe they missed the window of opportunity to come back towards you. They do still have feelings and emotions. They do think about reaching out, but I don't see that they're actually taking action quite yet. If they do, it won't be for quite a while. Let's see, Mike. Love being live. Yeah, I don't go live very often. I should start doing it every day. We'll see. We'll see if I can work it out. But what about Scorpio and Capricorn? Any happiness? Let's find out, Mike. There's a lot of pressure put on this situation. Somebody has a lot of pressure when it comes to their bills or finances. They might have a lot of debt, and that is creating a lot of disruption in the situation. Have you guys known each other for a really long time? I do see that you both recognize that there is a love here, an unconditional love. Finding happiness, it's going to be in the future. It's going to take a little bit of time. And I feel like somebody's going through something financial. And so eventually, I do think that it will work for you. All right. Tony, future live, please. Okay, you do like that? Okay. I see for your love in the future, somebody's aggressively coming in with communication. Somebody that you thought you missed out on an opportunity with this person because you were giving more than what they were giving. Well, they're coming back in a different energy. Okay. Yep, I got it. Tony, future love. All right. Marta, Taurus, will my person come back? All right, Marta, will your person come back? Yes, I do see your person is going to reach out. We got the Page of Wands coming out. They could be a fire sign. Denise, I'm a Scorpio. He's a Sagittarius, been separated for 6 months. Will you get back together? If so, when? I do see there will be a new opportunity. It could be during Capricorn season. Let's see. I've got to scroll down. Sorry, guys. Jessica, you need a love card, please. You need to take a risk, take a leap of faith, put yourself out there, step in and do something that you haven't done before. And really just kind of come in like this really strong energy of, I know who I am. I know I look good. I feel good. And you're attracting strong energy by doing that. Thank you guys for joining the live. If you could please like and put a comment, I would appreciate it. Amanda, will my ex and I get back together, be happy, or friends? Amanda and her ex. I do see communication is coming in, but here's the deal is your ex is very defensive. And because of that, they are not going to want to get back together. They might just want to friend zone you for now. Betsy, what is Spirit saying to you today? Listen to your intuition. Have you been ignoring your intuition? There's something underlying your intuition that's been wanting you to say or do that you haven't been doing. And Spirit is saying, pay attention. The signs are all around you. They're cautioning you. Let's see here. Hi, Ma Victoria Bingson. D, you're an Aquarius. Okay. Hi, David. Live and in person, yay. David here. Choice for a card. All right, David, what's going on for you? Got the Justice coming out. Are you dealing with a legal situation? If you are, you need to really make sure you're using your intuition on how you're going to deal with that. You may have to defend yourself. I see if you are more nurturing and caring in this situation, it's going to work out. Maybe it's a court situation. Maybe you have a child with somebody. Maybe you're dealing with a custody battle or a alimony situation, something like that. Let's see. Scorpio and Capricorn getting along at the moment. No, there's a defensiveness there. Not getting along. Keeping options open for sure, Mike. All right. All right, Joyce. I'm Taurus. My love is Capricorn. Is he cheating on me or is he faithful? Let's see here. Taurus. Joyce. I think he has boundaries in place, but he does love you. So I don't see another third party there. Let's see, Kathleen. I'm Sagittarius. I broke up with my Aquarius. Want to know, will we get back together? Kathleen. I see your person wanting to come back just as a friend. The reason being is they're very hurt. They're very disappointed over what happened between the two of you. And they may lie and say, yeah, let's try to work this out, but they're still hurt. And they may say, oh, I'm over it, but they're not over it. Use your intuition. You'll be able to feel it if they're over it or not. All right. Okay, D, will I get employment before the year is over? You're really caught up in your head about losing something when it comes to employment, something that you felt should have been given to you, but it wasn't given to you. Will you find employment before the end of the year? If you really put yourself out there and you get really excited and charged up, I see that whatever you want for a job or a position, you're going to be happy. You will find something, but it's going to take you to really get more charged up, maybe more motivated with the direction you want to go. So whatever you like, whatever excites you, whatever your passion is, that's what is going to lead to your happiness. And that is what's going to lead to you getting a new position. Sheila, will things work out for you financially? There's a lot of added responsibility. You may have to take on a new position, a new job that pays more money. You may have to get a second job. You need to put healthier boundaries in place when it comes to your financial position. You may have to cut some people off. If you have people that are attached to you because you do for them financially, you may have to start putting boundaries in place over that to protect yourself. Jessica, will my ex come back? No, your ex is keeping his options open. He or she's keeping their options open. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get to everybody's here. Christina, how does my person feel about me? Christina, your person feels like you're juggling them. You walked away because you had somebody else in your back pocket. Casey, if you're drawn to me, I'm open to any messages from Spirit. What is the message, Spirit, you have for Casey? What is the message Spirit has for Casey? You need to invest more in your future. There's something about you are wanting something, but you're not making the initial investment on it, something for the long term. You may need to do some planning when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your stability. Maybe you want to go back to school, but you really haven't, applied for loans or haven't gotten grants or scholarships. You need to potentially get on the ball with making a plan of action for that. All right, Elaine, find a house that I can buy, or should I just rent? Elaine. I see you're going to find one, you're going to have to make the choice based on how you feel emotionally in the moment. But I feel like you're going to find one to buy. You're not going to be renting. You're actually going to fall in love with it. David, was Tony just playing me this whole time? He's a Sag, or you're a Sag and he's a Gemini. Was he playing you the whole time? I'm hearing easy come, easy go. Yeah, that's the truth. Easy come, easy go. Sorry, David. Joyce, I'm a Taurus. My partner's a Capricorn. Is he cheating on me or is he faithful? We are 8,000 miles apart. Let's see. He's holding on to you. But he's not really stepping up and giving you a commitment. I do see that he has a lot of secrets that he keeps from you. And he definitely restricts access to you at times when these secrets are being hidden. There's somebody else that he's actually in love with, but he doesn't want you to know that. And it's somebody that he communicates with quite frequently. So if you find that he kind of goes cold on you, it's because he's communicating with this other person. All right, Candace, I'm a Leo and I want to know if the one I'm with is cheating on me with another woman. Candace's person. Candace's person. No, they're not cheating, but they're not certain what they want. If they want to communicate with you about all the extra pressure, the extra burden, the heaviness that they feel in the connection with the two of you. All right. Sheila, will Rich contact you? Will Rich contact you? Yep, I do see here in the near future, if you're patient long enough, it looks like around December or January. I see yes. Hi, Garima. Hello. Megan, I'm a Sag with my eye on a Pisces. Are they feeling the same? They think you don't like them. They think that you are restricting any type of maybe eye contact or body language here. They like you. They're very attracted to you, but they feel like you don't like them. Kind of mirroring each other there. Let's see. Is it Kaja? Kaja? Hopefully I said that right. If not, I apologize. My person is a Scorpio. I am a Taurus. Is he going to reach out to me? No. You know, he's happy just watching you from a distance. He's just observing. He's looking at your pictures. He might be looking at your social media, but I don't see him reaching out. Catherine, I'm a Libra. Would you pull a card for me? Catherine, what's the card for Catherine? You might need to do a little bit of healing. If you feel like something you're not fully over with, you might need to patiently focus on yourself. And also, if you're trying to find some type of either a commitment in a relationship or maybe a new job opportunity, you're reaching out for something, you just have to be patient. It's going to work out for you. Just don't rush it too quick, too soon. Just be patient. Hi, Betsy. Cassie or Casey. You got the Wheel of Fortune. So you're at a turning point right now. Embrace and lean into the change. Don't restrict it. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Jonetta. Your first live ever. Well, this is only like my third live. So hi. I don't go live very often. I should start going all the time, but I may actually start doing all signs every day because they're taking a lot longer to upload now. Facebook did an update and it's taking so long. So I may start doing all signs on lives every day. But the other ones, the collectives, I'll probably still upload those regular. But welcome. All right, Sheila. I'm a Leo and he's a Leo. Will he contact me soon? You know, he's stressed out over the situation. He wants to pour into it. What's blocking him? He feels like you're very critical of him. Maybe you said some things before the separation that he felt a little bit, I'm hearing humiliated. So maybe you said something that was very direct. Maybe for you, it didn't feel direct, but to him, the receiver of it, he felt it was very direct and a little bit too raw. And so he's a little bit nervous about that. Jessica, does my Leo want to be with me? I'm a Capricorn. Oh, I just pulled your card right there. There you are. Let's see. Does your Leo want to be with you? They're still trying to figure out clearly if they want to resolve this conflict or not. They're confident that they're attracted to you, but they're not sure if they want to move back towards you or if they want to just move on from you. So there's not a clear decision yet. They're still trying to gain clarity on that, Jessica. Let's see, Susan. Gemini, avoidant relationship. Breadcrumbs. He says to give him patience and time. Susan. He's given to someone else. Yeah. There's 3 of Swords. Before I even got the card pulled, I was saying that. He's given to someone else. That's what he's asking for time. He's restricting access to you while he is with this 3 of Swords. What's going on with that? He's not certain. He's not certain if he wants you or if he wants the other person. When he pushes you away, it's because he's going towards this other person, trying to figure out who he exactly wants. So his patience is him. Secret code is, I want to try and buy somewhere else first. And if I don't like it, I'm going to return it and I'm going to come back. So just use your discernment, use your intuition, you guys. Anytime you go through that, just use your intuition. How does your body feel? Does it feel off or does it feel good? And that will help you make those decisions. If you feel still indecisive, make sure you're spending time recharging your batteries, spending time in nature, listening to music, journaling, things like that, doing meditation. That'll help clear out so you can get your third eye open, your intuition. Stephanie, I'm a Taurus. What is in store for me? You're closing out a cycle right now, Stephanie. I don't know if you're aware of that or not. What's the new cycle? Something that you had been trying to hold on to. You keep trying to resist the change, but you need to be open and receptive to letting this cycle close. It could be with a romantic partner. Maybe you want to keep holding on to them. You keep trying to defend why they should stay in your life or why you should continue to get them to love you. But I see it's coming with a lot of stress and anxiety, and it shouldn't be that difficult. So allow the cycle to change. Part of what happens is sometimes the divine will put those people in our life to teach us something. And then when it's time to move on, we have to move on and just let them go and let them be a part of the past. And if you hold on too tightly, you're going to restrict what the next blessing is that's supposed to be in front of you. So let's see here. Sheila, I think I already did yours. Jonetta, I'm a Leo. He's a Virgo. Ended horribly. He's reaching out now. Are his intentions good? You know what? He's kind of going back and forth, back and forth. Maybe he didn't make you the priority he should have made you. Are his intentions good? Yes, he's coming back in page energy. So he's going to apologize. He's going to say he's sorry, but there could be an immaturity attached to him. I see your intuition's been telling you something about the situation. I want you to listen to what your inner GPS is telling you, that maybe there's an emotional, immature difference between the two of you. You may like him, you may love him, you may have a long history with him, but he is coming back in a page energy. So just be aware of that. And you may not be in alignment, so it just depends. Let's see. Melissa, do I have anything for you? If you haven't reached out to your family recently and you've kind of been quiet, your family is secretly waiting for you to reach out to them. They don't understand why you're holding back. So did they say or do something that hurt your feelings and you put your guard up? Well, they want to fix things. They want you to come back. They want you to pour back into the connection. Could be your parents, could be siblings. It could be an aunt, or I'm hearing an uncle or grandmother. All right. Stephanie with Taurus, will things get better for you and Taurus? Things get better. Yes, I think you secretly know that you maybe need to give this person an apology. You know that this person cares for you. I think you need to get into a more nurturing energy and be a little bit more empathetic to their needs also. Sometimes that's what we have to do. We have to take it out of our own perspective and look at it from someone else's perspective, especially when somebody hurts us or they pull back and they give that coldness energy. We have to ask, what did they go through in their life? What did they experience at some point in their life that is making them behave this way? And that sometimes can help you look at things from a little bit differently. Okay, Amanda, when do I think you will get back together? I see communication happening sometime in the next week or 1 month. What about reconciliation? It's still unknown. I think it's going to be based on the conversation the two of you have. Let's see. Line. Hello. Will I ever be in a relationship with, is it Thais? Sorry if I said that wrong, Line. Let's see if you're ever going to be in a relationship. I do see there will be a decision of having some type of commitment at some point down the road, but it may not be anytime soon. You may go through a break or separation and come back around. Hi, Trinidad. Good morning. Where are you located? It's 1:12 in the afternoon where I'm at. I'm in the United States, so. Hi, Joyce. You're welcome. Marta, I'm not going to answer the case with your employer. I don't like to answer legal questions or pregnancy questions. I try to stay away from that. Candace, that's a load off my shoulders. You're welcome. Kat, do I continue my relationship with Rob? Kat, do you continue your relationship with Rob? Yeah. You know, Rob really loves you. There's going to be a turning point where he's going to start being more compassionate, more emotionally available. So if he's been a little bit avoidant or he's pulled back or he's kind of giving you a little bit of the cold shoulder and you've had a lot of anxiety or stress, like, is this worth it? I do see there will be a turning point. Now, keep in mind, we are in Mercury retrograde, so relationships kind of get a little murky during this time period. Lisa, will I find true love or has it already found me? Oh, okay. Will you find true love? Guys, make sure you like the live for me, please. I would appreciate it. You know, are you kind of giving mixed signals to the universe about whether or not you want love, if it's a priority? Because I see one minute you're like, yay, I'm all in. The next minute you're like, no, I'm all out. I changed my mind. It's kind of like you go through the door and then you turn around. You guys ever see that that meme of that baby in the diaper? And he goes through the door and then he sees what's in there and he really quickly makes like a funny face and then he turns around. That's what I see your energy is, Lisa. Are you in or you out when it comes to finding love? Because you have to decide. You're giving too many mixed signals. If you're happy and content by yourself and your wish fulfillment is to really just stay single, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being in love with yourself. Now, if you feel like, oh my goodness, my window's closed, I missed out on the opportunity. You haven't missed an opportunity. You just haven't been consistent with what opportunity you want. Do you want an opportunity by yourself or do you want to be in a connection with somebody else? So I think you really have to make that decision and decide. And then it will find you if that's what you want. Whatever it is that you're wanting will find you. Remember, what you focus on is what you manifest, what you attract into your life. So whatever you're putting out there is what you're receiving in return. Let's see, Mike, my wife and I are in separation. She's a Capricorn. I'm a Scorpio. Will we reconcile? Yes, I do see happiness. I do see that there will be a passionate reconciliation with the two of you. You're welcome. Hi, Stephanie. Let's see. Joyce, heartbroken now. Should I break it off with Capricorn? That's 8,000 miles apart. Let's see. When it comes to long distance relationships, I think you have to ask yourself, what do I want? Do I want a relationship that is 8,000 miles apart and to be consistently physically apart? Or is there going to be a moment where we're going to commute to come back together, to be physically together? You know, some people's relationship, they're okay with living apart. You know, some people are married and they live in different states or different countries, and hey, what works for them works for them. I think, Joyce, you have to ask yourself that question. You have to ask yourself, am I okay with being in a relationship that's 8,000 miles from me? And does it make me happy? Because I think right now, if you're honest with yourself, you might be feeling at a loss. You might feel like you've been abandoned because your partner is not physically there. They're not even close where you can just jump in the car and go see them in a couple hours. Like 8,000 miles is a significant travel. And you may feel abandoned. You may feel a loss. And you could be holding on to hope of something that maybe is not going to happen. I think that's where you have to ask yourself, is this really going to work or is this not? And being honest with yourself is going to help bring the truth of, should you break it off or not? I mean, first, I think the question is, are you happy with the way it's set up, the logistics of the relationship? And are you being practical? Is there a game plan? First, how long have you been doing it? How long do you want to do it the way it is? And where are we going? How is this going to end up? Do we have plans to change the current dynamic? So do you have plans to come together physically at some point because that's what you desire and they desire? I think there's a lot of questions that need to be answered for yourself before you can make that decision. Okay. Sorry, I did not mean to keep going on that one. Hi, Sheena. Hopefully I said that right. You're welcome. Hi, Rose. I am Aries and have an enhancement. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure. Can you put that, re-explain that? I don't understand what your question is. Sandra, you want a card? The world. I'm hearing a whole new world. So you need a whole new world. You're bored with your options. Maybe you need to look at something differently. Maybe you're bored with the options you have. Maybe if you're single and you've been maybe trying to meet people differently or trying to find a job in the same exact way you've been doing things, maybe do something completely opposite of what you've normally done. Stephanie, is Tasca still in love with me? Is Tasca still in love with Stephanie? Ooh. Yes. This person's in love with your confidence, your sexiness, the spice that you bring. Maybe your energy is really like fiery. That's what this person really feels drawn to. Yeah, you make them really happy when they think about that. Love that you're live from Denmark. Oh, thanks, Line. John, does she mean what she says? Yes, she's committed to whatever she said. Please don't possess me, Aiden. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Hi, Charles. I'm Gemini talking to a Leo online. Is it real or catfish bait? All right, Charles. You're really caught up in your head about this. You're trying to be practical about it. Well, if you're talking to a female, it is a female, but it is somebody who's very codependent. So just be aware of that. Amber, will you get the job? No, because you know what? Even if you got the job, you're going to walk into something else. There's something else that you're going towards. You don't even see it coming yet. Donna, will you be getting a divorce in 2026? No. John, will she change her mind? I'm a Leo. She's a Gemini. Will she change her mind? Keep in mind, everybody has free will, so it could shift or change. But let's see in the current energy. Will she change her mind? No, she's still caught up in her head. Deborah, what do you see for me? I see commitment. It's being marinated below the surface. You don't see it. It's actually in your future. Scorpio, me and my partner, Louise. You have a question? The energy between the two of you is there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of rapid fire energy between the two of you. Amanda, your car's acting up. Will everything be okay? Amanda. Yes, I see the Four of Wands, so I see it'll get more stable. It'll be fine. Make sure you have it looked at by somebody who's a solid mechanic if you need to. Nilsa, what's coming up for Nilsa? What's going on, Nilsa? Are you watching or stalking somebody else's social media and you're curious about somebody who maybe hurt you in the past? I think you have to make the choice to say, you know what? I'm done. I'm over this. I'm letting go of this. I no longer want to be attached to this energy. So if you are done with somebody, but you keep looking at their pictures, you keep looking at their social media, you keep feeding into that energy, it's going to keep coming back and you're going to stay attached to it. So I would say if you don't want that, don't go and look up your exes online and stuff like that. Lena, do you see my baby daddy coming back to me? Lena. I see that there will be a reconciliation at some point. It's not going to be until you're actually happy and single by yourself. Then I see that there will be a healing of the connection. So focus on you. Charles, is Emilia Leo? I'm Gemini. Is she real and does she love me? Yes, she is real. She likes your confidence, but I don't see emotion here. Yeah. She's also got other people. So there could be competition that she might be just chatting with other people on social media, online. I don't know where you met her, maybe through dating apps or something like that. Or maybe if she travels for work, she could be talking to other people. All right, Melissa. How about my love life and finances? Melissa's love life. Melissa. For your love life, you're giving more than you're receiving. You need to pull back and you need to push away people that are takers. With your finances, I think you have a lot of stress and anxiety. Do you have kids? You spend too much money on your kids. If that's the case, you need to pull back. Or you're trying to maybe spend too much money to make yourself feel confident. Maybe focus in on loving yourself so that you're not so stressed about money. Okay. Let me get a drink here. Okay. All right. Is it Blanca? Hopefully I said that right. Will the person I'm interested in commit or have a relationship? I do see commitment. There will be victory and success, but here's the deal. It's going to come with a little stress and anxiety. And it could be because this person's still focusing on their money. And when they're focusing on their money, they may not be giving enough to the relationship. So it could cause a lot of burden or pressure for you where you're picking up more of the bill or more of the tab. So just be aware of that, being fully transparent, maybe agreeing on who's going to spend what. Hello, Vivian from South Africa. Let's see. Gloria, I'm Virgo. What's going to happen to you? Okay, I don't know who this time. Hold on a second. This Timeless Divine, Devine. That is somebody who's stealing my stuff. Let me block this person. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Block. Yeah, I don't ever say in my comments, you guys, on any of my videos or anything, I never say, oh, message me. I don't do that. I will like or I'll heart. Sometimes I'll respond, but I get so many comments and so many messages. I can't respond to everything, but those are scammers. So just be aware of that. Don't get scammed. All right. Okay, Gloria, you're a Virgo. What's going to happen? Are you talking about love, Gloria? I'm assuming you mean love. What's going on for Gloria's love? Have you not put yourself out there? You need to spend some time with some friends. If you don't have a friend circle, there's something maybe you could join a hobby or a group. Putting yourself out there, doing something that makes you happy is going to put you front and center to be available and open and receptive to meeting somebody. But it looks like for right now, you're not really making any changes. So nothing is really shifting and changing. All right, Deborah, what do I see that's important for you? Deborah. I see that you have an opportunity coming up here in the near future. It's going to be a turning point. It may actually require for you to move. All right. Kaja, is love coming your way soon? Oh, Timeless Divine. I got to see if that's blocked again. I don't know why it keeps coming up. Hold on a second, you guys. 1 second. All right. All right, Kaja, is love coming your way soon? Yes, I do see the Ace of Cups wanting to come out. Definitely, I see it. It's actually being hidden. You don't even see it coming. Let's see here. Oh, that's so funny. Block user. Message me for your accurate reading now. Timeless Divine Tarot is stealing my stuff. So that is a scammer, you guys. Do not message them. Lynn, should I move home? Are you feeling a lot of pressure, a lot of buildup, like a lot of burden? It feels like you may impulsively be wanting to move home, but should you move home? Yeah, you may impulsively feel like you should. I do see if you did move back home, it would allow you to get maybe your finances under control. If you are going through something emotionally, I do see that it could help you heal through something. So I do see it could be a good thing for you. Okay. I got 2 more minutes. I'm going to get off here. 2 more minutes. Any other questions? Put it in the comments. I'll try to get to them as I'm blocking this Timeless Divine Tarot person that keeps messaging all my people. I don't understand why scammers steal people's content. Just go create your own page. It doesn't make any sense. User. Okay. Let's see. Denise, will I be in a committed relationship in 2026? Let's see here, Denise. I see you being single and happy in 2026. I think you're going to get obsessed with yourself. And because of that, you may put certain boundaries in place where you decide, you know what, I don't really want a relationship right now. So I see you focusing more on yourself and what's making you happy. Let's see, Janine. I'm a Capricorn. Anything new for me? I see there's some communication coming in with somebody. Could be somebody younger than you, but there's going to be some conflict because your communication styles are not the same. This person's a little bit showy, a little bit wanting to always be right, and you may be turned off by that. So just be prepared for that. Let's see here. Hi, Gita. Hi, Barb. Is someone going to come into my life as a companion soon? I'm going to have a companion soon. It may surprise you that somebody from the past is actually going to reach out to you. This could be a Virgo. They could have Virgo in their chart. This is somebody who is single and they've been curious to know what you've been up to. So I do see a companionship coming back. Somebody, I'm hearing blast from the past, so it's definitely somebody from the past. Okay, I have to go. I've been on here for a very long time. So I will try to come on tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. I'll figure out a time and I'll schedule it ahead of time. Tomorrow we'll do all signs. Put in the comments which all signs you guys want tomorrow. We could do no contact and separation, you versus them. We did the person on your mind today. What to expect the rest of this month. If you're singles who might be coming towards you, put it in the comments and then let's see what gets the most. Maybe I'll do a poll. You guys, if you could vote and let me know, and then we'll figure out what one I will do tomorrow on live also. Okay, I want to wish everybody a happy Thursday. Thank you for joining. Have a beautiful day. Bye.